Well, Rob, the players haven't yet been named for the semi-finals, but why don't you take us through what we might expect next weekend, and we'll go more in depth on Friday.
Well, I think the sound coming out of Durban is that Stefan Levis, the big lanky lock who of course made his Springbok debut against Scotland, is going to be in the mix. That's a great relief for the Sharks. I think they need that sort of athletic sort of number 5 lock. Remember that Peter Steph du Toit has been out of the mix for the whole season really for the Sharks. So they had a little bit of an issue at number 5, and Levis really sort of filled in magnificently during the season, and they desperately need him back at number 5 to just bolster their line-out a little bit. Hats off to someone like Ryan Kankowski, as Garen mentioned. I thought his line-out play was terrific. He was the new designated sort of bothersome factor, if you like, on the Highlanders throw-in. You could see that he poached a couple of balls, made life difficult for the Highlanders. So the Sharks will manage to sort of do a patch-up job, even if they are still nursing a few injuries. But as Garen also mentioned, someone like the 19-year-old Thomas du Toit, what an outstanding outing at loosehead prop. From a scrummaging point of view, absolutely destroyed Chris King, who's a 33-year-old veteran of Super Rugby. So however they have to shape their side, the Sharks will be able to put out a good combination against the Crusaders.
Garen, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, no, I agree. It's quite ironic that when these two teams played in the group phase, the Sharks went down to 14 men after Jean Duysel got his red card in the 17th minute. So they played 63 minutes with 14 men. Later on in the match, they got another yellow card, so they were down to 13 men. Wow. Yet they still won. And if you look at the South African overseas record, we played 20 matches and I think we won 3. And one of those was the Sharks over the Crusaders in Christchurch. So we're looking for history to repeat itself on Saturday. I'm sure the Crusaders will have learnt a lot from that game, and they're not going to roll over as they sort of did on that day. They've got Dan Carter back, they've got some of their key players back. I see Richie McCaw is expected to be fit, so they've pretty much got an all black side waiting for the Sharks. And where the Sharks dominated on Saturday at the set pieces, they're certainly not going to be able to do that on Saturday. So it's really going to be more of a 50-50 contest, and it's going to come down, I think, to home ground advantage, how the ref blows the game on the weekend, and the crowd support that the Crusaders will get. Obviously, they're 7 times champions. They're looking for an 8th title. So it's not going to be easy for the Sharks. And I'm pretty sure the bookies are going to have the Crusaders as a fairly comfortable favourites based on the performance of the Sharks this weekend.
Okay, if anyone was at the Sharks game this weekend, they want to share their photos, how can they do that?
Yeah, well, head over to sport24.co.za for our gallery. And if you've got any pictures to add, please send to mysport@sport24.co.za, and we'd love to add them.